Hey y'all, it's me Amanda, and on my channel I talk about lots of different topics. Today is a book update for what I read in November. It's a little late. I wanted to have this up like right in the beginning of December, but stuff happens, life. You all know how it is. So, first book I read in November, only 2 books this month, it'll be quick, was Calamity by Brandon Sanderson. This is the 3rd book in the Reckoners trilogy, the ending. So it's going to be kind of hard to talk about it because it's a 3rd book, but I'll try to talk about it and be as vague as possible while also actually expressing my feelings on it. Basically, to know about this one, I thought as a whole, it's a solid ending. I wasn't crazy about all of it. I'll talk about the things I didn't like first because that's always a little bit easier for me. So, what I didn't like is I really felt that as a whole it was rushed. Basically, each book is kind of set up as one character is sort of the big bad of each book. But in this one, it's really technically more like 2 characters, and yeah, it doesn't. I would have preferred if one of them had been taken care of in this book, and then there was a whole other book to deal with another character, but also there was a character who I would have really liked to have seen the gravitas of that character dealing with their actions and what they did and having to accept what they did, and we don't really get to see it, and I would have really liked to have seen that. To see that character have to deal with the consequences. And this isn't in a I hate that character kind of way, not like, you, vengeance or anything, but just in the sense that I think it would have been good to see. I would have liked to have seen it. I find that sort of thing entertaining, so I'm a little bit bummed I didn't get to see like what that character dealing with their actions and how they feel about it. Like, probably pretty bad, to be honest. Yeah, just as a whole, it felt rushed to me. And I mean, sometimes, and I've talked about this a lot lately, sometimes a book does something and I'm just not crazy about it, but it's like, is it because it's bad or is it because I just would have preferred something different? And in this case, I think it's mostly that I would have preferred something different. There's a particular thing that happens and I would have liked it more if that had gone a little bit differently. That's my own personal opinion on it. So, things I did like, I love the characters, and I really liked that one of the characters who I've been really ambivalent about the whole time, I finally was sold on her. I was like, okay, I like her now, it's fine. I did like, there is something really sweet that happens at the end that really I thought was touching, and I really enjoyed that part. As a whole, I thought it was good. It was definitely better than certain YA endings, Legion, but it wasn't like the best either. So, big fan, enjoyed it. I'd overall recommend the trilogy if you're into superheroes / villains, and if you're into, if you're into Brandon Sanderson, which a lot of people are. All right, next. I forgot to look up how to pronounce the name, but Get a Life, Chloe Brown by Talia Hibbert. I hope I have that at least approximately right. Ooh, I looked better with it next to my face. Anyway. Okay, so basic concept of this one, Get a Life, Chloe Brown, is Chloe's a character with a disability. She is in a lot of pain on the regular. It can be hard for her to do certain activities. And as a result, she's been kind of sheltered. And then she has a near-death experience where a drunk driver almost runs her over in the middle of the day. And she's just like wow, I am going to make a list and do some new experiences in order to, you know, improve my life because, YOLO, and she hasn't done much. So the other character, the man, is Redford. He is like the custodian. They used a different word, I think. It's clearly British. He takes care of the building that Chloe ends up living in, where her apartment is. And he's got like tattoos, and he's an artist, and he has like kind of a bad boy like look to him from the sound of it, but he's a big old softy. So that's the basic premise. It's these two people. I overall really enjoyed this book. There were certain things that didn't jive with me as much. Like Chloe, it's kind of a reverse of the whole, like usually the guy's the grumpy one and the girl is the more sunshiny one. This one is kind of reversed, where Red is actually more of the happy one and Chloe is a little bit more of a grump. I didn't like Chloe at first. She did grow on me. And the thing is, in her defense, there are reasons why she is the way she is, and we do find out later on. And of course, and I hope this isn't a spoiler, but like pretty much every romance novel has that like your most like 3/4 of the way conflict. I wasn't crazy about how that went down in this book. I feel like one character was expected to grovel more than they really needed to. It wasn't exactly fair, considering that we know about this character's trauma. But you know what? It's fine as a whole. Like, yeah, it made sense. I just didn't, you know, I didn't feel like the groveling was entirely necessary. So that's fine. As a whole, I really enjoyed it. It was nice to see some more diversity to a heroine where she not only is not white, but she also has a disability. So I appreciated that about this book. And yeah, right now I've been reading for a while, The 13th Tale. Um, I'm still reading that. I don't have any strong feelings on it still. Um, but anyway, I hope you're all doing well, and for book wise, I'll see you in the new year. I don't know if I'm going to do any booky resolutions or anything. Maybe. I might do a resolutions in general video. All right. Hope you're all doing well. Bye.